just a partner or a friend or family members that's cheering you on and clapping for you. And it's difficult when you have to do this by yourself. I completely understand that. But you need to be able to look in the mirror, and you need to be able to confront yourself, and you need to be able to say to yourself, like, I'm tired of this and I need you to step up. That's what I need you to do. And if you don't step up, nobody else is going to do that for you. So it's just, the hardest thing ever that I think I've had to face. And when you are doing that, and you are looking at them in the mirror, and you are saying to yourself, like, I need you, there's nobody else but I need you, you're able to identify and realize that you are the only person who's going to save yourself. So I've been listening to a lot of Jordan Peterson, and I really, really love his mind, and I find so much intellectual things from him that help me on my journey. And one of the most interesting things that he's recently said was, he was like, isn't it obvious that you cannot establish a functional relationship with yourself unless you hold yourself responsible for your actions and regard yourself as a free agent? And that just blew my mind, because if you are not holding yourself responsible, who is? Are you actually taking your actions into consideration when you are dealing with yourself and other people? So that's one of the biggest things for me, is like, responsibility is key. And part of holding yourself accountable is not letting yourself off the hook. It's so easy. It's just like, oh, I can do this tomorrow, or no, let me just do it another day. I'll do whatever I want to do now. And when you're doing that, you completely let go of what you've promised to yourself. So stop letting the outside noise throw you off your path, and at least try. Because if you're trying, it's the first step. And if you fail, it's okay. Because if you fail, there's always room for you to try again. So why not do that and see if you could possibly be good at this? I mean, you never know until you try. So yes, my thing is sticking to what I say to myself and to other people on this journey. I think through doing this, I've met the most amazing intellectual people on this journey as well. It's been a thing, because before I used to have a lot of social anxiety. So I would say yes to doing things and then not do it because of fear. But we'll talk about fear now. And once I had let go of that idea of I'm not good enough for these people, or I'm actually not good enough for anyone in general, and that's a whole nother topic. But when you realize that you can do these things, if you hold yourself accountable, it becomes routine, it becomes habit. And I never realized how important it is to have a community of people that's on the same vibe as you, and it's so truly helpful as you grow along this way. And the truth about change is that you never truly get to see it. And I think that's why it's so hard, because you're doing all these things but you're not seeing the change. Only if you take a step back and are you able to look at how you are now to where you were, then I think you're able to see whether you've changed for the better or for the worse. Like, you don't know until you actually take the step back and be like, okay, I've changed for the better. And if you've changed for the worse, you can kind of identify your triggers and still then work on that. I always say this, healing is such a long process. It's a forever process. It's one of the best things you could do for yourself. And sure, I'm getting off topic. So getting back to the point, holding yourself accountable, how can you do this? There's 5 easy steps I'm going to give you, and you can use it or not. So for me, step 1 is acceptance. Accept the fact that you could be wrong in a situation, and just believe that there is another outcome, because often what we believe to be true and what is actually the truth are two very different things. And through this, we learn that we are not always right at the time. And it's okay to be wrong. We don't always have to be right. And if you think about it, sometimes this is also the cause of our own pain on our journey and our own heartache within ourselves. So once we learn to accept things for what they are, we let go. Let go of the pain that you're causing yourself and other people. You know, acceptance is coming to terms with the understanding of the lack of information given to a situation, which leads you to taking misguided actions. So when you understand that key definition of acceptance, then you're able to understand and let go. Letting go is one of the biggest parts of healing on our journey, and it's not easy. It's not easy. So step 1, acceptance. Step 2 is being mindful. And when I say being mindful, this means being more aware of your surroundings in the decisions you make, and being more aware of the different sides to the reality in question. This then allows a better understanding into a situation, and not only for yourself but for other people as well. You need to ask yourself questions when this happens. Like, the questions that I ask myself in every situation is, why is this happening? How many ways can I view the situation, not just from my point of view, but from everybody else's point of view? And is there another possible way I can look at this and then think, okay, you know, this is actually the way it's supposed to be. And this will help you to broaden your perspective, truly, because you're not just, your eyes are not like this. You have a broader mind, and it helps you move on and accept. So with being mindful, it helps also with acceptance. Okay, so step 3 is choose to move forward. And how do we choose to move forward? You know, sometimes we avoid accountability because we're so afraid of change that we don't know what the outcome is, and it scares us. And we're also very comfortable in the space that we're in. So being comfortable means accepting our fate. That's truly it. If you are comfortable and you are not ready to move, it is accepting your fate. And why would you want to do that when you are on this journey? It's not worth it. It truly is not worth it. And you know, that's why we should choose to rise above it. And I think when you do and you see it and it's making progress, you also see your past transgressions and use them as a tool for growth. And you know, it's amazing. It's amazing that we can do these things. So step 1, acceptance. Step 2, being mindful. And step 3, choosing to move forward. Step 4 is definitely, for me, it's taking the bull by the horns. I feel that every single day is an opportunity to change your life and be better than you were the day before. And this truly helps, you know, serve you on your journey moving forward. I really feel like your future depends on you, and you alone are responsible for your reality. Your action defines your progress. And this is such a big thing for me, because if you are not doing anything and you sit back and you complain, oh, my life is so bad, you know, why is this happening to me? All the bad things always... No. What are you doing to change the situation? That's it. Do something about it, because action is progress. action is moving in a better direction than you were before. So it's key, take the bull by the horns and move forward. Just run with it. You know, sometimes like we're so scared to move forward and do these things because it's comfortability. I keep coming back to comfortability. Once you're in a comfortable zone with yourself, you don't want to move forward. You're fine with where you are. So yes, just don't sit back and complain if you're not doing anything about it, because truly, you know, this is holding yourself accountable. It's looking at your actions and saying, I no longer need this in my life. This is not who I want to be anymore. I want to be a better person for myself, so I can be a better person for other people around me. And in saying that, like, step 5 is humility. For me, humility is a big thing. Being humble is one of the biggest aspects that I really, truly and appreciate about holding myself accountable. And, you know, being humble is being able to recognize and respect the divinity in others as well as yourself. And it's a key factor into holding yourself accountable, because you are allowing yourself grace in being able to make mistakes. Being humble, man, being humble is amazing. It is having yourself on a pedestal, but knowing you're not the best at everything, or the most knowledgeable, you know. And being humble allows you to constantly learn new things and grow in these new things. If you think you're a know-it-all and you don't have to learn anything, then what's the point of actually holding yourself accountable? There is no point in that. So therefore, if you're asking questions and you're like, I actually don't know this, so let me find out and let me make myself better by finding out, you know, like, you can do this. And it's just an amazing process when you accept that there is humility in play. So yes, as I end this, we've learned that holding yourself accountable is difficult, it's scary, and it's comfortable. And we know that when nobody is clapping for you, it is difficult to just carry on. But if you take anything from this, just take the fact that you can do this. You can do this alone. You don't have to rely on other people to clap for you, to cheer you on, when you are the one doing it for yourself. So in the week ahead, I want to challenge you to pick one thing that you can hold yourself accountable with and stick to it. Let's start with something small and work your way up. You could start with something like seeing a friend once a week, or, you know, cooking healthy food for yourself, because healthy body, healthy mind, it's key. And just stick to it. For me, it's sticking to my word, whether it's to myself, to my dogs, or to other people. I have to consistently stick to my word and the promises I make, and then that makes me happy because I'm doing that. And when you're able to do this for yourself, you form a new way of loving yourself. It's truly a great feeling, because when you're able to love yourself in a whole new different way, it's a sense of gratification, it's new formed love, new formed understanding about yourself, and also you become so proud of yourself because you never thought you could do these things. So how are you going to hold yourself accountable this week? Thank you so much for watching the video till the end, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next week. I think today's topic was very long and, you know, the best, because holding ourselves accountable is so beautiful. It's such a beautiful path that we can be on and we can take, and we can share with other people as well. So have an awesome week, guys. I love chatting with you, and I love sharing my story, and I love helping you. And if there's anything you need, you know where to find me. And I look forward to seeing you next week.